They only care when you want to change your lifestyle, right? And the thing is to, I'm gonna burp in a little bit, so excuse me in advance for the future perspective. Excuse me. So they only care about your righteous path when you start to live in righteousness by working through your unrighteousness. And the thing is too, we're all born in this realm, right? This demonic realm on top of that. We gotta understand too the inversion of our inverted mindset, our perverted mindset on top of that. Because for one, the human mind is perverted, sadly, by a bunch of perverts that govern our system or in our mindset also. Excuse me. Did you want to burp? Like, hurry up, body. Anyways, by this happening, people gotta understand as well that whenever you want to do better for yourself, that's the moment that Luciferians, that's the moment when Nephilim, fallen entities, that's the moment when a simulation will decide to make you suffer in your own simulation. I'm gonna say it again too. When you want to become great, when you want to change your ignorant habits, because I was looking for a different word that I haven't used before. I need to open up a dictionary again. I need to get more words into my vocabulary. But when you want to walk this path with the Almighty, you have to understand that for one, the Almighty Observer will observe you suffering through an observation of your observation. The only thing is though, the higher observer will not let you suffer alone. But the thing is though, you will be alone in your suffering. That's exactly why if you can't suffer alone, don't be surprised when you're suffering with other people as well who also feel like they're alone and suffering in their misery. Because miserable people, they feel as if that their suffering is insufferable. So they'll make other people feel insufferable right along with them because they don't want to feel that suffering alone. And then when they get you to tag along with their suffering, now you're holding the torch of their suffering right in front of your face. And by you doing that, it's like you're basically embodying this lower frequency. And the thing is too, when you are a youngin', when you're young, when you're in your youth, like before you even go into middle school, you are at your peers, you're at your innocence. Before the world gets a hold of you, you are at your innocence. That's exactly why you have to be thankful for what situation that you are living in, because there are some people out there, there are some kids who have it far worse than all of us combined together. But the thing is though, by you even wanting to have your innocence, you are closer to the divinity than anybody else could comprehend. And once you're in that divinity, you gotta understand as well that that divinity gets knocked down in frequency because too, with algorithms in our lifestyle and timelines, we all are born with higher divinity, higher mindsets, just love, righteousness, compassion. But then too, when the world gets a hold of you, once you start going into middle school, high school, that's when your mind gets tainted. You start watching movies, TV shows, you might get a girlfriend or boyfriend, you start seeing the internet, you start seeing situations in real life to where some people are born into wars. Like there's some people who have to get into gangs or else they're going to get killed at a young age. They have no other choice. There's some people who don't even have a mom or a dad. So all they have is the streets. All they have is their gang outside of their house because all they have is this gang life that is protecting them and nurturing their mindset, because of course their grandma and grandpa can't nurture them because they're always asleep. So they have to eat by knocking down doors, by killing people, by doing degenerate shit, by disrespecting their teacher, by taking other people's food, by being a bully. That's the way that they can survive when they get home, because when they get home, it's hell. It's hell. So the thing is too, by us being born in hell, how can you find your heaven? Alone, by the way. Because when you are alone, understand as well, you will get tested by yourself. You will be tempted to do temptations that are tempting you to be tempted by your lower self. Because you are in survival mode through your ego. And the thing is too, when you want to become better, you gotta understand as well that you are literally having a spiritual battle within your flesh and your spirit. So by you doing that, you gotta understand as well, how spiritually tapped in will you be into loving your spiritual maturity? Because by you being mature, for one, it's one thing to be mature physically, but being mature spiritually, you truly understand what life is really all about. And it's just about bliss. It's about nothing. Because to be honest, life means nothing, but nothing is something. So when you understand what that something is, that something becomes your purpose. And then when you find your purpose, that purpose forms into a habit. Your habit becomes a a consistent practice. When you're consistently practicing your purposeful habits, you are now living at a higher vibration. Higher vibration meaning that you are having a higher energetic frequency or auric field about yourself. You are able to now become a better person. Not even just a better person, but you have better thoughts. You have better words that you can articulate. You have a better mindset towards walking out of your door, because when you walk out of your door, just know you're going into Lucifer's playground, through Satan's ego. On top of that, when you wake up, you are already under a spell. By you being under a spell, when you break that spell of Lucifer's enlightenment, you become more awake of duality. So you are living in the mind of both God and Satan. But then again, those are both titles placed upon your subconscious and conscious mind. So when you control your subconscious mind, don't forget the beings that are watching you through the moon and the sun, they already noticed, wait a minute, this nigga woke up. Hey, everybody, this chosen one done woke up. Let's crank up the volume now. So then, all of a sudden, you just chilling. So the thing is, you turn your whole life around. You had been a whole 360. You used to do bad stuff. You were just a bad person. You went through so much. Actually, you weren't a bad person. You had bad habits. So when you were fucked up in your mind, you just were lost in your ways. But then when you say, you know what, man, I got to stop watching the sites. I got to stop touching myself. I got to stop talking down on girls. I gotta stop playing with girls' feelings. I gotta stop cheating on people. I gotta stop killing people, stop robbing, stop being disrespectful. I gotta respect myself and my family, people. I gotta be a great person. When you do that, your inner demons will send other inner demons, hey, our vessel that we are attached to, because don't forget as well, in the astral or the quantum realm, people don't understand as well that we have leeches that are leashed onto our body. So you can't see them. But the thing is though, when you wake up and you feel lethargic or you feel groggy or you feel grumpy, that's not you. That's because your energy is being leached from you, from deities that you can never see. Because for one, we are literally born blind for a reason. Because if you actually were awakened to 100% of your vision, you would kill yourself. That's exactly why you see less than 0.1% of your whole life. So basically, you are born blind. Literally. So basically, you are no different than Ray Charles or an actual blind person. Y'all both seeing the same shit. Nothing. But what is nothing? I already told you that. So what you understand as well, that these leeches, they are leeching onto your energy, because that's how they survive as well. Because they can't survive without you, and you can't survive without them. But if you can't survive without them, then how can they survive without you? Literally, it's a contradictions. Once you understand that, you better understand that as well, that when your inner demons sense that you're becoming better, you're not eating fast food anymore. You're not eating chicken nuggets. You're not eating French fries. You're not eating steak, burgers. You're not eating just crap. You're not feeding yourself crap anymore. You're not drinking juice. You're not drinking like just all this processed stuff that's really frying your mindset. You're not on the internet like there's some people on the internet right now just, wow. And what's crazy, if you observe, like if you have your own kids and you put a tablet or a computer or a game in front of their face, look at how close they are to the device. You're like, wow. It's just like, bro, it's amazing. So it's the fact that when you decide to, you know what, I'm gonna read a book, I'm gonna just hit some push-ups, I'm gonna do some sit-ups, I'm gonna meditate, I'm gonna just make some music, or I'm gonna make some content. When you wanna do better for yourself and you step outside your crib, just know your higher vibration will have demonic forces like, somebody got some high energy. That's an angel right there. It's time. You better buckle up. You cannot leave the castle without your armor. You cannot slay a dragon without a sword, a double-edged sword on top of that. Because that dragon that you're slaying is also your higher self while living in your lower self. So if you are slaying that dragon, you are slaying your lower self and your higher self. So you have to be cautious of everything and everyone. Because don't forget too, the simulation will place people to knock you down in a lower frequency. Because don't forget, you were born in your higher frequency while exuding your lower self in a lower frequency. So you are literally tied together in both realms, material and physical and spiritual, combined together, mind, body, spirit, and soul. So when you understand that, all four of these planes, you gotta understand as well that every day, every minute, every hour, every second, every year, every day is scripted through a numerical value of Jewish numerology to script your life out for a reason. So the people that break your heart, they're meant to be in your life for a reason, because they were programmed and planted into your life to bring you right down to a frequency that they are living at, because they know that you are an angel walking in a demonic format. Physically, but spiritually, when you're tapped into yourself spiritually, you are walking through it, the righteous aspect of Almighty God. Meaning that, for one, there are some people right now who are literally the embodiment of God and Satan in the physical form. So when you see somebody who is actually speaking some shit that you've never heard before, that's literally God and Satan talking to them, through them, for you, to you, as you, because you are them by you understanding who you are by listening to what you thought you heard. But you never heard shit anyways because we were never talking in the first place. So when you want to do better for yourself, just know the world will want to kill you for that. When you want to be able to, when you want to do better for yourself, when you want better situations for yourself, a better habit, better lifestyle, better mindset, better goals, better health, when you want a better frequency for yourself, the simulation, Satan's ego will literally tell you, I do not want you to find your higher self. The ego is literally Satan. So once you understand that mindset or that concept right there, because for one, I don't believe in Satan, but I'm not a Satanist saying that. So for one, Satan does not exist to me, but the frequency does. When your ego knows that you're aware of it, it becomes scared now. That's when it starts submitting to you. So your ego will say, you know what? I submit to you. You know what? My fault. Because why? Spiritually, you are still God, but you forgot that you are not God because God will never call itself God. But once your ego knows that you want to do better, you're drinking water, you're eating fruit, you're eating vegetables, you're fasting, the ego can't do shit but obey your commands. And then once you do that, demons will have to bow down to you. So you can go into any room, any atmosphere, any class, any job, and these demons will submit to you. You even have demonic feminine Liliths and Eves looking at you, drooling over you. You even have men who don't even like men. They'll be concerned about you. And not knowing that it's their inner demons concerned about who they thought they were through you. When you are in this path of being compassionate, when you're walking with Almighty God, you will always suffer because you are not meant to be here. You are here for a temporary period of time. Like I always tell people, you are literally at the gas station forgetting that you are getting gas. You are so distracted by Buc-ee's or Quick Trip or 7-Eleven or Chevron or whatever the case may be. You are so busy in this gas station or this store that you forgot that you came to get gas for your physical vehicle. You got so lost in the sauce that you are now lost in this gas station to the point where you forgot why you were at the gas station. Now you're like, wait a minute. Why am I here now? I forgot I was supposed to be getting gas, but it's like, you don't know anymore. And if you don't know why you're here, you'll be stuck here because you can't seem to remember where you came from. And if you don't know where you came from before this lifestyle, you will be stuck in this lifestyle forever. That's why the circle of life will tell you when you die unconscious in this realm, you will reincarnate and incarnate unconsciously again. You have to understand as well that when you are suffering, you are not suffering, but you are allowing yourself to suffer in your unconscious habits. You have to do better for yourself. You have to want better for yourself because doing better is fine. But if you don't want to do better, then you will never do better. And if you can't do better by wanting to do better, then you will never have what you always want. And that's higher orders of divinity to protect you and nurture your mindset to give you everlasting life by walking and holding the hands of Almighty God that you can't even feel, but you can feel it spiritually. Have a great day, God and Goddess.